Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And what strikes you most about this remarkable venue is, of course, its greenness. It really makes a terrific sight at the Estadio Akron, home to Guadalajara, one of Mexico's most popular teams. So it's down to business here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Gabriel Jesus, he's always going to be a massive threat, Peter, and that's primarily because his movement off the ball is so effective. Even if he doesn't end up touching the ball, he usually plays a part in his team's attacking plays because he's dragged people out of position, and that can be an obvious help to those around him. He's full of enthusiasm.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. It's a promising position. Good effort from distance. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Lise Malou actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. He's having a pop! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, he doesn't have hit a clean strike. The moment he was in that position, you knew he was going to smash it.
Oh, that's well done, really robust. He's not got that quite right. And that's going to be a goal kick. Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Could move up a gear here.
Might want to be careful there.
Ricci. Oh, no joy this time.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Just too much on that. It'll be a throw-in. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Oh no, he's got that wrong. Gabriel Jesus. And it's Ricci. Emerson Royal carries the ball down the right. And reclaimed it in a trice. Emerson, not the most accurate pass. Throw in. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Jorginho. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Now it's Wood. And he skips past takes the shot! Lacking in accuracy.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Wood receives it in a good position here. It's a pretty loose pass. Good running, strong and purposeful. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Ayling powering forward here. So what can they make of this? Emerson. Ricci. Well, that pass isn't the best. Closing in on goal. And the shot! It's hit the upright. And he's heaved it away. Fabio Carvalho! Same again, same outcome.
Milan really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Out for a throw. It's not an especially good pass, that. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Driving forward. He has found the way through. Knocks it into space. And it's made its way to him. And that is headed for the middle. Oh, he's having a go! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket anthem! He's got himself an absolute peach. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Guadalajara have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
The message is clear, none shall pass.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Wood. He's having a hit! Ricci. Gabriel Jesus. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Wood. He's on it, can he get away? Chance, surely! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Great vision. Now, can they get him away?
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Emerson. Guadalajara do have a chance to counter here. He's got away. Ricci. And Gabriel Jesus. Fabio Carvalho. He's in a good position. He's having a shot! And That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Wood. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That's the end of the first 45. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Guadalajara leading by 1 at the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Guadalajara leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break. So we're underway for the second half.
Guadalajara can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Oh, good effort! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Ayling does really well to win the ball there. Time and again they are repelled. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Emerson. Now it's Wood. Great defending, strong and determined. That is good strength. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. Lismalu looking understandably energised after his goal. Gabriel Jesus. AC Milan could counter here. That is ended up in no man's land. Fabio Carvalho. This looks promising. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Knocks it out wide. Now that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee.
Cambio en el campo de juego. Número 11, número 25, número 10.
Emerson looking to play him in.
Número 15.
He is through here. There's a look up and delivers. And it's hoisted clear. Oh, he's been caught napping. He's had a shot. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Ayling gets it clear.
La cantidad de espectadores de este partido fue de 43.886.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got. Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Chaplin. Guadalajara do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Gabriel Jesus. That's the keeper's ball. That has not gone well. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Emerson. He's found a way through, and he welcomes it in. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Out towards the flank. He's in a great position here. Played out wide, and it's Emerson Royal. And it's skewed away. Oh, what has happened here? Chaplin. Fulkrug.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Emerson. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Looking for the run. That's good vision. Space for him to turn and look. Chaplin. Now it's Fulkrug. That is ended up in no man's land. Good ball, good take. Oh, that's fabulous. Crosses it in here.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número
So
7.
changes afoot here,
Número
and from
16.
both sides.
Entran número 14, número 21.
That is good
Cambio.
pressure, just hounded him off it. It's a pretty loose pass.
Guadalajara surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Now it's Fulkrug. Now this could be a chance. And here's Fulkrug. That's good running with the ball. And he's picked it up out wide. 1-0 as we head towards the end. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Well spotted.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now it's Lismalu. Guadalajara close now to seeing this one through to the end. Emerson Royale, and he's managed to get free. Not the most accurate pass. Fulkrug.
Guadalajara really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Emerson. Now it's Lismalu. And that was nowhere near his best. Milan have it back and can go again. Oh, delightful ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Gabriel Jesus.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's picked his way through. Oh, that's nice. Shot could be on. That's good to... And that will be it. Guadalajara have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Lismalu claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm sure this wasn't in the game plan, the idea of defending a 1-0 lead, Peter, from before the break. But I suppose they were never really in danger, so there was no need to disengage the handbrake in the end.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.